Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So the James Harden Philadelphia 76ers debut game is officially in, and it was really fucking good. I mean, like, it was... I was expecting some hiccups, man, and in the beginning, it was, a little... It started off a little slow. Like, the first half, it was kind of like, okay, like, there's something there, but we're not sure what. And then in the second half, shit just got real. I mean, it was very, very good. Couple things I want to cover in this, which I thought were absolutely huge. Let me find the game here. So, the Sixers won by 31 points, and they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 133-102. And I gotta be honest with you, boys, there's some serious things here we gotta go over. So the first one I want to talk about is team assists, because the Philadelphia 76ers are currently tied for 23rd in the league for assists per game. They averaged 23 assists per game, okay? Tonight, they put up 30, okay? James Harden did his thing. James Harden, let's take a look at the stats. James Harden had 27 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, shot 7 of 12 from the field, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and 5 of 7 from 3, and only had 2 turnovers, okay? Joel Embiid, 34 and 10, okay? 3 assists, 10 of 18 from the floor, 11 of 13 from the free throw line, 3 of 5 from 3, and even Tyrese Maxey went fucking insane. Tyrese Maxey had 28 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 12 of 16 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 3 from the three-point line. He had 1 turnover. It was great. Even Matisse Thybulle scored in double digits. I mean, Matisse Thybulle had 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 steals. I'm going to be honest with you, boys. This was a very, very good showing for the James Harden debut game. Granted, okay, Anthony Edwards was not as big a factor. Like, towards the end of the third, he kind of got it going, and then after that, it was like, okay, well, whatever. It stopped for whatever reason. Anthony Edwards has been not playing well as of, the past couple games, but I will say this, okay? This looks like a completely different basketball team. And the reason I'm going to say that is mostly because I've watched a couple of 76ers games this year without James Harden, without Ben Simmons, and most of the time, man, and granted, I understand given the 76ers situation, this was maybe their game plan, their strategy all along, was just get Joel Embiid the ball and get the fuck out of the way. But anytime I watched the 76ers play this year, it's been kind of boring. And this game was not boring, okay? Every time this year I watched the 76ers play prior to today, Matisse Thybulle is just standing in the fucking corner. Georges Niang is just standing in the fucking corner. Tobias Harris is just standing in the corner. And same thing, Danny Green, just standing in the fucking corner. They're not moving. They're not doing anything on offense. There's no off-ball movement. That was a lot better tonight. I will say this. Prior to James Harden arriving in Philadelphia, it was like basically pick and roll with Tyrese Maxey and Joel Embiid and see if you can score a basket. And I'm not going to lie, Joel Embiid had another MVP performance tonight. But you're noticing in this game, Matisse Thybulle is cutting to the baseline. He scored 11 points tonight and had 7 rebounds. I mean, like, Matisse Thybulle is usually a guy who's lucky if he even fucking scores some nights. It was nice to see them moving around. They looked engaged. They looked like they cared to actually play basketball tonight. And, there's a couple guys on this team I'm not so sure about, like Georges Niang and Korkmaz, I think his name is. That dude has, like, the worst hands I've ever seen in my fucking life. The dude can't catch a basketball, but it was really, really good. One guy that I think is going to benefit immensely from James Harden being there is Tobias Harris. And the reason I say that is because you could see early on in the game that Harden was looking for Harris at certain points. The Joel Embiid, James Harden pick and roll really came to life in the fourth quarter. The first half, they were trying it wasn't working well. Then in the second half, it just came alive. I mean, there was one time where Joel Embiid comes and sets a screen for Harden, and Harden goes around the screen, and Joel Embiid rolls off and shoots I think a 25-footer or some shit like that. He shot a deep-ass three, and it was all bottom. Then in the fourth quarter, we started to see, classic James Harden shake and bacon on Karl Anthony Towns. And, I mean, in the fourth quarter, I think the Philadelphia 76ers missed one fucking three-pointer. They shot 8 of 9 from 3. So, very, very good showing. I will say that. It was a way better showing than I expected. And one of the things I was really worried about with this was the Tyrese Maxey fit. That was what I was looking for most in this game. And Tyrese Maxey scored, 28, 26 points? I mean, they were off to the races. I mean, James Harden's playing with his head up. He's looking for other people, and it's showing. Okay, they're moving the ball very well. And the one thing, if you're a Sixers fan, that you should get from this game is your ball movement is about to get a whole lot fucking better. Because that's the one thing I didn't understand about the Sixers earlier in the season. It's I understand why they were playing the way they were playing. I understand that Joel Embiid is your best player, and you need to basically ride Joel Embiid to the playoffs if you want to be a playoff team, kind of what the Denver Nuggets are doing right now with Nikola Jokic. The 76ers were in very much a similar situation as the Nuggets. But now that they have James Harden, it's everything opens up. It's no longer get the ball to Embiid and stand around and wait for him to do something. It's hey, Tobias Harris is open. Hey, Danny Green is open. Hey, Korkmaz is open. Hey, Georges Niang over there is open. Hey, Tyrese Maxey's on the fast break again. I mean, it looked really, really good. And I will say this, Tyrese Maxey, I was really worried that he was going to have to be a guy that has to have the ball in his hands. And he does. He is a guy that needs the ball in his hands. But I did not expect him to play off ball as well as he did tonight. I expected Tyrese Maxey to maybe, just gel into things and figure out his fit. No, this fit seems almost seamless. I got a lot of CJ McCollum vibes from Tyrese Maxey tonight. I mean, we were getting floaters, we were getting three-pointers, wide open three-pointers, we were getting some off-the-dribble shit. I mean, Tyrese Maxey looked really fucking good tonight, and he was the guy I was most worried about. When I saw the starting lineup, and I was James Harden and Tyrese Maxey in the starting lineup, I thought for sure they were going to bring Maxey off the bench again, and nah, they started him, and it paid off. I mean, they beat the Timberwolves by 31. So, a lot of really, really good stuff here. The James Harden, Joel Embiid pick and roll is going to be fucking lethal. I mean, in the first half of the game, it didn't look like, I was okay, it's rusty. You know what I'm saying? And then in the second half, the fourth quarter specifically, it was Joel Embiid, James Harden screen and roll all day. It just, or not screen and roll, screen and pop. And it was nice to see. They were a fun team to watch tonight. And, it's exciting. I'm not going to lie. A lot of people were saying that they didn't think this fit would work right away, and it looks like it's going to. If it, granted, tonight could have been a fluke. The Timberwolves could have had an off night. The second quarter was pretty much all just free throws and turnovers, if I'm being honest with you. But it looked really fucking good. It looked way better than I expected it to. And I expect Tobias Harris is going to improve as the last 20, 23, 24 games of the season approaches here. Tobias Harris got a lot of open looks tonight because of James Harden, and eventually those open looks are going to start to fall. Same thing with Matisse Thybulle, man. Matisse Thybulle is one of those guys that we know the defense is there, but where the fuck is the offense? And then he had that crazy putback slam, I think, going into, what was it, halftime or the third or something like that. He looked engaged offensively. He was moving around. He was passing the ball. He looked aware. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice because most nights Matisse Thybulle looks like he's standing around like a fucking zombie. So a lot of good stuff to come out of this, man. And if you're a Sixers fan, you should definitely be excited, because I don't think it's going to take very long for this fit to work. A lot of people say, normally these fits don't work as seamlessly as they did tonight. Normally, we see players like, when star players get traded to another team, we usually see that start to come to fruition the following season, after they've been through a training camp and spent an off season with the team or stuff like that, spend time in practice. Not tonight. Tonight was a very, very good showing. And, I'm excited. Gonna watch more Sixers games. It's a little weird seeing James Harden in a Sixers jersey and wearing the number 1 of all numbers, but I don't know. Either way, it was great. I'm just gonna call it what it is. Really great showing, and I think the 76ers got exactly what they wanted, because Joel Embiid has gotta love it, man. Joel Embiid's gotta love the idea of having a teammate who's not, afraid to shoot the fucking basketball. This is the first time in a while I think James Harden has seen anyone on his team outside of Tyrese Maxey score 27 points. So you know what, man, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what the future brings for this. And A+ showing for me, man. If you want my honest opinion, I watched the entire game. A+. This Daryl Morey, I was so worried about this trade that Daryl Morey was going to get this wrong. They gave up a lot to get James Harden, and it looks like it's going to pay off. So tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section below. I don't want to jump the gun because, things could always go wrong here. We have to wait and see them play a team like the Golden State Warriors or, one of these really, really good teams. Minnesota's not a bad team, but they're not like a great team. Like, their defense is not the greatest in the world. But it's, painfully average. They left Tyrese Maxey open quite a bit. Like, they kind of suck at defending the three, if I'm being honest with you. But we'll see. We'll see. First showings, though, very good. So tell me what you guys think down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. This has been the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.